My name is Maddie. I am going on year 5 of doing hair and being behind the chair. I had started as an apprentice and then started working here at Jovi about a year ago. When I was in school, I went to the Botech in Norfolk here, and Kieran, one of the stylists here, her and I were in school together, and her sister was opening this salon winter at the time, and she asked me, "Oh, do you want to come see the salon my sister's building?" And I was like, "Of course I do." And as soon as I stepped in here, I was like, I belong there. I want to go there really bad. I was previously at Rudy and Kelly, and that's where I did my apprenticeship, and I learned a lot there, and I'm very grateful for them. And it helped me be able to move on and kind of grow more here, which I'm incredibly grateful for. One of the main reasons I wanted to come here is because they specialize in curly cuts, and I've always really been interested in curly cuts. I used to work with Katie, who also works here, and she's very well known, of course, for doing curly hair. And I learned a little bit from her before she had moved over to this salon about curly hair. And so when I came here, I knew I definitely wanted to start focusing on that. And I would say it's probably one of my favorite things to do in the hair world. Yeah, I would say I focus on curly hair and blonding mostly. I do a pretty 50-50 amount of both, but yeah, I love both of those. I feel like sometimes I come in to the salon wearing athletic stuff and like my New Balances. I like Free People. If Free People was a person, I feel like I would be them. It is my go-to. I feel like I hung out with Kieran a lot and kind of followed her around like a little puppy. And then Katie and Claire I used to work with, so it was very easy to come in here. Alora and I clicked very, very easily and very automatically, which was really nice. But pretty much everyone here is super lovely. They love you. You have to love them because it feels so natural, and it's just a really great environment. Excellent question. Short term, I would say maybe get a little bit more confident in just kind of being out there and exploring more with the hair industry and taking more classes and whatnot. And then long term, I would say honestly do all the things and learn even more and maybe become a little bit more on the social media side and do more of like making videos and putting myself out there a little bit more too. I would definitely say it gets better. And especially once you find the right environment that you know you belong in, it feels like you're not even working. It feels like you're just literally playing all day and having fun, but with like a little bit of a serious side.
I'm Amber. I've been doing hair for about 13 years. Rachel and I actually started hair school together at Rudy and Kelly Academy. And we've worked together ever since, other than when my husband was stationed in Rhode Island. I've been with Jovi since the beginning. I helped open it. Rachel and I were actually working out of Suites, is where her and Winter kind of got together and decided to open Jovi. Jovi is not just one thing. You can find somebody for any hair needs. We're not targeted to one particular, clientele. So it's a really blended kind of atmosphere. I think it's definitely different from other salons I've worked at. Other salons I've worked at, it was, carbon copies of every single client walking out of the salon, which is fine if that's what you're looking for, but you don't really get to expand your skills at all. I feel like I have helped other stylists just develop their skills or techniques, but I've also really learned a lot, especially from the new girls. Just because they're less experienced doesn't mean they don't have something to bring to the table. They'll show you, new trends or something that we didn't even touch on in hair school or, had to do 10 years ago. My style, I'm not very trendy. I tend to lean into more like classic, timeless looks, and I like it that way.
Yeah.
My clientele is a little more classic, understated, but they definitely like to be in a space that's like maximalist and just see a bunch of different people in different styles and things like that. I love doing blonding. I really like being able to give people lower maintenance kind of looks. My biggest thing is to have your hair looking the best for as long as possible, which helps, with different economic things that happen, just to kind of look and feel your best for a longer amount of time. As far as goals go, I'm definitely in the career that I want to be. I'm happy here. I'm happy with what I'm doing. I always like to learn new techniques and things. We just started doing extensions about 6 years ago. And that makes up a lot of my clientele. And I feel like it kind of goes hand in hand, especially in this area with like a lot of the blonding and such. It's okay to know that you're not your best yet. And you will be. And it's okay to be around people that you feel like are better than you, because odds are it's not that they're better. It's they've been doing it longer, they're doing something different. So like lean into that and collaborate. And if you feel like you're the best person in the room, you're in the wrong room.